This episode is outfitted by Pendulum Threads, built for the hybrid athlete. Whether you're in the gym, on the trail, or chasing your next challenge, their gear moves with you. Head to pendulumthreads.com and use code COUNTDOWN2 for 15% off your order. Pendulum Threads. Perfect comfort, perfect performance.
I'm true to your beauty.
You're true to my booty.
Are you sick?
Of you.
In the head, I mean?
Yeah. No, I'm just tired. I love these 6 a.m. roll calls.
Yeah, buddy. This is where the meat happens.
Ew.
I don't know what that means.
I don't want any meat. Well,
but it's
not
awesome.
from you.
Wow, this got weird. All right, everybody. Welcome back to Countdown 2 podcast. I'm your co-host, Drew.
I'm Leighton.
And we're brothers.
Uh-huh.
Good morning. Well, my voice decided to just go crazy.
That was perfect.
I didn't last very long. Good morning.
Oh, it's like, Jessica.
I know that's from something. I don't remember what it is, though.
The House Bunny with Anna Faris. When she meets new people, they're like, my name's Jessica. She's like, Jessica. That's how she remembers. I don't know.
Okay. Yet again, another movie reference that you do that I have no idea.
Whatever.
I never
You're
saw
just
it.
ashamed that you know.
I'm ashamed that you know. Yeah. Take that.
Nailed it.
So on that note, let's talk about hope. Has nothing to do with what we were just talking about, but you know.
Good segue.
No, but it just thank you. I mean it's 6 o'clock. We've been up since 5. This is we're used to getting up early, but not used to doing things early.
Talking to each other, dropping wisdom,
doing our hair,
turning off our alarms.
Yeah, come on, wake up, bud. Wake up. Is your boo-boo.
Chrissy, wake up. Sorry, another.
Wait,
Actually,
what?
you
Okay.
know that reference. Stranger
Wait,
Things.
what?
Chrissy, wake up. For the last season.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
It's the song.
Anyways, continuing in our theme of fall fear and I can do this mentality, I just wanted to kind of touch on hope.
Oh, we're not going to talk about what scares us more? Sorry,
I mean, we can.
No, I'm just being sarcastic.
Your hair scares me. My hair scares me this morning. Like cockatoo.
I need a haircut, dude. Holy crap.
I do too, but you know what? The silver fox is out today.
I like it. Oh, I have, dude, I'm getting older. I have 2 gray hairs in my beard now for the first time ever. Yes.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna look like an adult.
Yay.
Or just an old kid.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah.
anyway,
Anyway.
Are you with me?
Yeah. Keep talking.
Okay. No, I mean, you were supposed to continue on with the hope theme, but that's okay. I have hope that you'll come around.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Drink your water, Lake County water.
Lake
Actually, I was in
Waters pre-workout.
I was in the Bay Area this week,
Oh,
and
I'm just kidding. I love the Bear.
I do too. people slam California all the time, and I'm just like, oh, I love it. But I mean, it's funny because like, even though we grew up, very north of there, 3 hours?
Yeah,
3-ish hours, something like that. It still smells like home,
Mm.
in a good way.
Mm.
Like especially at the fall, all that.
Yeah.
But I was in San Jose, and oh man, I got up in the morning and it was like, oh, this is right. This gives me hope. Oh, segue. in a lot of ways. In fact, I um
So far
ran
away.
along ran along the river, or not the river, the bay, on the south side there, and then I had PT yesterday, and she's like, "Yeah, you shouldn't be running." I got my hand slapped.
No, man. Well, I'm proud of you for moving around, I guess, but
Well,
no,
she's
no.
like,
You could have ridden Santa Cruz with me, but we didn't with you being down in San Jose
"Oh, I
because
wanted to."
I know, but I'm just saying, like, it could have been way worse on the things that you wanted to do.
Yeah.
So kudos to you, but
No, and I think that's the hard piece is like she's like, I wouldn't run, walking, that's fine, within limits and stuff like that. But I was like, I've had to give up some pretty epic mountain bike, stuff these next few months. She's like, yeah, I understand, but how well do you want to get and how soon? It's like a good point.
it's fair.
Dear Lord,
What?
are you awake yet?
That's DoorDash. I gotta turn it off.
Please, somebody sponsor the cast so that Leighton doesn't have to do DoorDash anymore.
I do it for fun. I volunteer. I'm just
Please, somebody help
it's,
Leighton.
dude, it's funny that noise. I'll be in a restaurant and then when they get a DoorDash order, it's the same noise, and I'm like, it's like PTSD. Like, oh, I gotta get an order.
I
Like,
thought you
no.
were gonna say you wet your pants.
That too. Well,
Oh, ew. Oh, it's so warm.
it's so warm. No, I'm proud of you because like, yeah, you're right. We did cancel a lot this fall of riding, because of
Sort of
your
like you with summer and your
yeah,
college.
yeah, and I didn't even think of that, but
It's my
and
turn.
and you've stayed pretty hopeful through it. Like you haven't been like, oh, this sucks, and
Well, that I tell you.
that's well, you tell me everything. I think I will.
I mean,
You
yes,
used
yes.
to call me and whine, or but now you don't whine.
Wow.
Now you don't whine as much. Not whine.
Wow.
I don't want to say that. I'm
Yeah,
mostly kidding, but
No, I would call you all the time to just make sure you're alive and well.
thank you. I appreciate
That's
that.
it.
It's
the
never
only-
too late. Now that you're doing better, you okay?
No, I'm. Hey, you know what? Okay, there's a good point. If you let others into your mess, they can be there for you. But if you try to hide it,
True dat. I
I'm
know
just
that
saying.
from experience.
I'm just speaking from my own experience. So
Master hider.
welcome to our mess,
Yeah.
all our listeners. 3 of them. Oh, it's
We have way more than that, but thank you. Every time.
7. Oh, wait.
Oh,
But
my
no,
Lord.
no, but yeah, and this is yeah, hope's a big piece. Hope is like what keeps us going,
Mm-hmm.
and not just the hope we receive, but the hope we give, you know. Um but what keeps you moving forward when things get tough? I mean, what does that look like for you? When you're in a rough spot, what helps push you through? Mindset, faith, people, goals, your brother Drew,
No. Not
Huh.
that. No, I'm just kidding.
I didn't
I don't know. It's funny. I was thinking about this, and like, I've always been very hopeful. I don't know if that's how you want to phrase it, but just like the positive side instead of letting the negative take over. So I don't know if I have here's the deeper meaning I go into, and the world is crashing around me. It's just like it's got to be better. Like I have that within me. I don't know if that's something that I've built discipline on to naturally go towards, and I've done it for so long that I've forgotten how it used to be. But I just like even if the family's crashing, I'm like, hey, it's gonna be okay. We have food on the table, we have a roof over our head. Every little emotional thing that we're going through right now is just gonna be fine. We just gotta change our mindset and and stay hopeful.
So is hopeful like positivity?
I think so, because like
Mm.
um negativity that that sets in the reaction, being reactive to sucky situations. Knee-jerk reaction is to be like, oh, this sucks, and if you know what, no, never mind, it's gonna be okay. That's hope. I feel like that it's hopeful can be a mindset. um I don't know. It's just my knee jerk reaction, and there are sometimes where I'm like, dude, this just freaking sucks. Is this gonna get better? And you just got to believe it is, because no one's gonna believe it for you if you don't believe it yourself. No one's gonna,
Hmm.
no one's out there like, can I help you? Like, do it for yourself first. We look outward towards what's there for me, and it's like, no, just be selfish for a little bit and focus on you. And um I don't know, it's early.
I was watching the track in your brain going, and it was kind of doing.
It went for a minute.
Yeah,
It was
no,
like, I think I'm going off a little bit, but
yeah, no, it's okay. No, but I mean, I think that's part of the problem is that we try to go to internally and do it ourselves, and we can't always
Mhm.
do that. Even being optimistic,
Yeah.
um, it's tough, and so. Um, have you ever hit a point where you thought things wouldn't get better?
Yeah, I mean, there's like maybe twice I almost took my life, but I think that I'm trying to think, like,
That's episode 8, by the way.
I was trying to think of like what kept me going. I don't know if it was God, I don't know if it's the hope that like we're supposed to get from the Lord, but I also had, in those times, I had someone in my life who was just like, hey, it's usually a girl.
Oh, wow. Well, I can't help you there.
Yeah, and kind of picking me back up. And I think also I stopped relying on other people to give me hope after a while, because people just let you down eventually. Stop putting all your hope into a person. That also puts a lot of weight on them, if it's a partner or whatever,
Hmm.
because they have their own lives. People are naturally selfish. Um, so if you're gonna put it in something that can just dwindle, you're not gonna have a leg to stand on. It's gonna make you fall. So there's that. I don't want to say argument, but like there's Jesus. That's a very very prominent thing to put your hope into, and that's what I put mine. So I don't know. I'm not giving myself the credit of hope, but I think
But what?
maybe, huh?
No, but what you are saying is women and Jesus.
Yeah.
That's
Quote.
that's what I heard. I think that's a T-shirt, right?
Women and Jesus. Okay.
I'm just saying what you said.
Oh man, maybe women and then Jesus, like, but like
Wow.
look at. Sorry, I'm literally using the brackets like go towards Jesus,
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, I think
Oh,
that's
that's what that was. Okay.
yeah. I'm just like, I'm
Yeah.
not saying do women or focus on women first and then Jesus. Anyways, we're never recording this early in the morning.
You know what we said that last time?
Well, and we didn't, because last time was 5 a.m. and this is 6. But
Oh, that's right. So we should have gone earlier.
yeah, yeah,
No. Sometimes our schedules don't allow for that, right?
yeah. I
We are
think
working professionals.
real quick too. I think also just like, not that this is
Please. Getting
countdown.
back on point.
Yes, not that this is like make a countdown to get excited about. It's like I just also look for little events to get excited about, like. and that makes me hopeful. Like, oh, dude, we get to go mountain biking in 2 weeks or something
Yeah.
like that. You know, just
Right.
some
Something to look
trip.
forward to.
You know, getting up early to mountain bike, not record with my brother. Um,
Fine.
Nothing against you. I'd be more excited to go riding with you at 6 in the
There you
morning. But you know, watching the sun come up, getting an energy drink or coffee, playing fun music, you know, just the little simple things. Like you
Mm-hmm.
have most control over that. You can go riding when you want for the most part, you know, uh,
Or exercise.
or exercise, you know, a hunt, you know, early morning hunt. Um, that can be exciting of like, oh, dude, I get to go be one with nature. I get to get away from the world. Just little things that excite you.
You know,
That instills some hope too.
yeah, that's funny you say that because today we're
Going
headed out to.
hunting.
No, well, I mean, no, but we're headed out to Eastern Washington.
Mm.
So
I've heard of it.
Washington's very green, very forested, all this stuff like that. But we're going far east to where far enough to where it's just desolate,
Yeah.
just no trees whatsoever.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's pretty weird. It's pretty crazy, and we're gonna be staying in a little tiny house. There's no entertainment, you
Sweet.
know.
That sounds great.
Well, yeah, but when you got an 8-year-old,
No, I know.
and like, so you think, oh, physical, well, let's go hiking and exploring all stuff like that. And with my back the way it is, I'm just like, crap. Okay, that's gonna be challenging.
Right.
And I mean, should I even go? And but it's like trying to have that you're looking forward to be out in nature, which we love, to experience something new that we love. I mean, like, or that we don't know if we love or not, but like, just, I mean, this is a new thing of just, hey, our family's going to this little tiny house out in the middle of this vineyard. Okay, what do we do?
Yeah.
Like,
Too.
well,
How do we
and
entertain
I don't,
ourselves?
right, and I don't want to be. I mean, I wish it wasn't that way. I wish we were more free of things and gadgets and schedules. I just don't think that we live in a society that can do that as much anymore. And so my hope is that we just are able to relax and be in that space.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I encourage you through the adjustment with.
I mean, it's not a bad place to be in.
Well, I know.
I mean, like,
No. I didn't even mean that in a snarky way. I literally was just thinking of like kids and how they gotta take a minute to like wrap their mind around, and sometimes there's a meltdown in there like of like no TV or whatever. Like,
yeah. No. We told him, we're like, dude, okay, because we're like, hey, we're gonna go away for the weekend. He's like, we stay in a hotel. He loves hotels, but because it's got a big TV,
right,
and
pool,
we don't
probably.
let him. Yeah, exactly. We don't let him watch a lot of TV, but so it's like a special thing for him.
Yeah.
And plus, we're sharing a hotel room to where, oh, my parents are right there, yada yada.
Slumber party.
Yeah, exactly. And so so we told him, we're like, yeah, it's this tiny house. Well, it's a tiny house. And hey, bro, it doesn't have TV, and he's just like, what? Like, it was baffling. Which, I mean, was kind of this like point of like, oh my gosh, I'm raising my child wrong. If he's like, no TV. What house doesn't have a TV?
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, and
anyways,
it's funny. Just quick tangent, like on this topic is like sometimes the boy in my household, he'll be like, oh, I'm bored. And it's like, good. That allows your brain to like have a moment to get creative and figure out something. And like it takes 5 minutes from not having electronic to like, oh, this thing, and like,
which is totally opposite of how we were raised, where it's like, oh, you're bored, I'll give you something to do. So you're like,
yeah, exactly. It's
I don't want to do chores.
And a lot of times it turns into wrestling and beating the crap out of me. So, which is fine. It's good.
It's not hard to do. So anyway, oh, sorry.
One of us.
I want to talk.
One of us has dislocated their brother's shoulder in a wrestling match doing an armbar. But that was me to our other brother, Jeff.
Yeah.
Not you. You're
Yep.
welcome that I didn't
Yep.
hurt you. Just want to throw that out there that the young gun beat the Navy boy.
Wow.
Anyway, you brought it up.
I mean, hey, if that's the hope that you draw from.
It keeps me going every day. Like, well, at least I beat the crap out of Jeff.
Okay, so on that note,
Yes, sir.
can you generate? Can you help? Can you build hope? Can you pull hope out of the air? You know what I'm saying?
Are you going to answer any questions, or is this just all me?
Well, I mean, you're not asking me the questions.
You usually just end up asking yourself.
Yeah, because
before
you
before I even get a chance.
So you got lazy.
No, I got efficient.
Hey, what's locals?
That's episode 3.
No, that's episode 2.
That's episode 3. This is finally when we warmed up.
Mom.
Okay. This is my barber shop.
I'm just joking. I'm messing around.
You're hilarious.
I know what it is.
Yeah, it's good.
We had that conversation.
Yeah, we did.
No, I have hit points where I feel like things won't get better, you know?
Yeah.
Like I go through seasons of just with my pain and everything where it's just like, man, this is dark. And like I just, can struggle, and I feel like for me getting out of it is a mindset change. I mean, I look for the good, you'll find it. Look for the bad, you'll find it, And so, but I had to remind myself of that,
Yeah.
When my back's all torn up, I can't ride, can't work out really. I need to, okay, well, I can't do this, so what then? And like somebody the other day was pointing out, it's just like, oh, Drew, that sucks, because I know that, you ride to help with your fibromyalgia. And so when you don't have that riding, that rhythmic, exercise, aerobic exercise, that's got to suck. And it was kind of nice to actually be known enough to know that, or somebody knows that about me. But I mean, that's the reality. It's just like, okay, so what now? I got to let my back heal, but I also still have to live life.
Yeah.
And I still have to, motion is lotion, especially with fibro. And so it's like when I'm just laid up, man, it just sucks. It's like, oh, my back hurts. Oh, and my body and my joints and my, you name it. And so, I mean, but even if I didn't have back issues, I go through seasons where with a barometric pressure change, stuff like that, I'm hurting. And so I have to find hopeful things. And I agree with you. A lot of it was or is like, okay, I'm looking forward to this mountain bike trip, or even this work trip down to the Bay Area. It was just like, you know what? I'm looking forward to being in the Bay Area. Yeah. Like, I don't want to live there, but I would, just to experience it, smell it. Sounds so funny.
Especially with the Bay Area.
Yeah. Locals are probably like, oh my gosh, it stinks.
Yeah.
In regard to your fresh air or our fresh air up here. Stinks. But yeah, it's just something I have to, really focus on to change my mindset onto the good. And like, I don't think it's fabrication. I think it's like there is good to be seen. And if there's just a hint of hope, maybe your family life's crazy or your marriage or, relationship with your spouse, but, focus on, what's the joys of your kid? What's the joys of, something in your partner that you love or once loved, or, whatever the case may be. I mean, that's just so vague, but plan something out. And those usually trigger, those changes kind of thing. And for me, that is so.
I feel like sometimes you can feel really separated from hope, like physically. Like out here is like you can get so stuck in like, oh, marriage is bad or whatever. Kid
Money's
having a hard
bad.
time with kids, money is bad. Just it can like all these fears can just make a wall, and hope is on the other side, and
Mhm.
it's like you just gotta like literally kick through to get a foot through for hope to grab you. um like and it's so funny because I can get wrapped up in this, and then if I take a step back and look, I'm like, this is all just like not real. Like this is all mental. This is all, there's not a
Right.
physical wall in front of me. This is
Right.
just how I'm feeling. And and sometimes avoidance can feel like an answer because it's
Hmm.
scary. And we talked about this in a couple episodes ago of like hope lies right behind fear. So if you address the situation, if you talk through things, if you um instead of like pushing back, because I pushed things away my whole life, and then running away from fear didn't do enough, so I went to alcohol to push it back even further, you know.
Hmm.
And I'll give an example from yesterday, actually. Finances. Like I was just, I have a couple big things coming up that I want to afford, and I side hustle a lot for money, and I was
Pole
just
dancing.
yeah, pole dancing, yeah, foot pictures, and
Oh my
by
gosh!
the way,
Come
thanks for your
on.
subscription, bro. Anyways,
Any way I can support,
yeah,
man. I
you're
mean,
welcome. Yes, it goes
wow.
a long way for how much you pay, so thank you.
Oh, dear Lord.
Anyways,
And we're done.
anyways, and then finally I was just like, okay, well, how can I make this happen? Because I just felt like I was drowning. Like I was just
Hmm.
like overwhelmingness, like, oh, and then it's easy to avoid that. Like, okay, I'll just worry about it later, worry about it later. Also, if I worried about this 6 months ago, it would be, if I addressed it 6 months ago, it would have been much easier to,
Yeah.
you know, now it's like, oh, we got to buckle down. Um, so then I made a plan. I was like, okay, I have okay, I just got a raise, so that
Nice,
extra
dude.
amount each week. Thank
Congrats.
you. It's cost of living, not merit. Anyways, I'll
But
take it.
it's
I don't care.
plus, yeah.
It's like, okay, cool. I'll that extra amount each week, I'll just have taken out automatically to savings, so I can, add that to it. Okay, there's that situation. Okay, oh, we get like $500 around the Thanksgiving and Christmas little bonus. Okay, I can add that to it instead of just buy stupid stuff. Or
Oh, I think the only thing we get is a turkey. I
I
mean,
thought you were gonna
which
say a
is,
turd.
well,
Same thing. Hey, turkey's sweet.
yeah,
Tell them to make it a steak. No, or tri-tip. Anyway, I'm kidding.
too expensive.
But but it's like it's chunking away at it. Okay, I can do this, I can do that, and then it's like, oh, cool. This isn't. I could do this. Like it by addressing it, and I was able to get some hope. Like, okay, this isn't going to be so bad. So it wasn't living in the back of my head of like, freak, how am I going to do this? And then also just realizing no matter what, like I have a roof over my head. I have food this week.
Hmm.
Everything's taken care of. And then I had to like pray and think like, thank you for taking care of this, but can I have a little bit more assistance?
Yeah.
Um, and so avoidance, man, that is such a, we
Hmm.
should have an episode on that. That is such a killer of
Well,
hope.
no, I mean, we spoke a little bit about it with your, like you were saying, with your drip system,
Oh yeah,
you know.
yeah. Fixing the drip line
Yeah.
in the yard just for
Yeah, yeah,
anyone
yeah.
who's
Where
lost. Yeah.
it took 10 minutes, for you to do that, but it was a snagging thing, and so I feel like you're saying the same thing, where it's just like take care of these little nitpicky things, get those out of the way, those things that block you from being hopeful or being, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Um,
Micro wins.
yeah, yeah, exactly, and those add up, those stack. We talk about that a lot. Um, yeah, so it sounds like it. I mean, I know your story. Some people know your story more. One of our episodes has your story ish. I don't think you went deep enough, but oh well.
Good.
And
It's good to know.
yeah, no, I mean, no, you went as deep as you wanted to, or as time allowed, or whatever the case may be. But I think we could say this all day and talk about this all day and talk about what works. Wow. Um, but coming from you, knowing your story is just like, okay, yeah, this is actually things that you've used to get you out of where you were and all
Yeah.
those things, stuff. So you know, it's not just cliche words or something Googled or whatever the case. Can we say Google anymore? Or is it more like something you AI'd it or
Chat.
chatted it?
Yep. Chatted it.
Yeah.
Did it.
And so yeah, so no, it's good. And so it's something that sounds like it comes more naturally for you. Yet I agree with you. I think that you and I have pushed things out, like, bad things, fear, doubt, depression out. Our way of dealing with it, our way that we were taught to deal with it was to avoid it, hide it from it, not address it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to live a life over here. Oh, the grass is greener over here. Or if I fake it, I can move over here or whatever the case may be. And that just doesn't get you anywhere. I mean, that's false hope, that's hope in the artificial stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that, like you were saying, when you really address it and get down and break past those barriers or the fear or the doubt or whatever the case may be, where hope's on the other side, like that's true hope. It's
Yeah.
not manufactured. It's from a place of work,
Yeah.
from a place. So I don't know. Do you think hope's earned
I
or built?
guess. Yeah, I'd say built is better because it's not like, oh, I deserve hope because I work towards it. I don't know.
That sounds like a
I'd
bad marketing campaign.
yeah, I'd say
You
I'd say
deserve it.
I'd say built like because I feel avoidance and I feel like all that stems from laziness and we all of this we've been working towards discipline um uh and so pushing it away is like fear, it's laziness, it's not wanting to address it, it's not strength, it's not discipline. But microdosing micro wins micro wins
Well,
towards toward it builds towards hope by doing small things that give you a dopamine rush to
mm,
to be more happy, be more hopeful, be more excited. Um, it's a chemical it's a chemical balance that we have to work towards from being just sad and weak and so by doing these small little things I guess we build towards hope and then you stay kind of a hopeful person because you are displaying for yourself working towards hope you because you got out of being hopeless so
mhm,
you naturally like, oh, I've done this before, or things
mhm.
got hard and I got through it. It's not like, hey, we're happy, nothing in life affects us. Nothing in life, life is always going for us. It's like, no, it's a battle, but you've won
Mhm.
all these battles in the past. Like everything in our past we've accomplished, we've gotten through. It may not have been great. You may have wished you did it better, but you got through it. So see the hard things, the death in a family, a hard point in your relationship, a hard time with the kids, whatever it may be. You got through it because you're here now,
Mhm.
and um, so have hope for what is to come in the future, and then build yourself up every day with training, communication, having some fun in life to equip you better so you can handle the future situations better than what you did in the past. I don't know. Yeah. I think it's built towards
Yeah.
hope is built. I don't know. Whatever you said.
That thing you said, yeah, I agree.
This train goes and then it's done.
We're off the rails. No, absolutely. But I think that's the thing is like, for me, I need hopeful people in my life, or and not, no, let me rephrase that. We don't need hopeful people in life because there's nobody, like you said, there's nobody that's just full on 100% hopeful. If they are, they're on drugs or something like that. But because everybody, it ebbs and flows. But
Verbs and burps. Anyway, sorry.
wow. Anyways, we can, but by having people in our lives, good, solid, somewhat healthy people in our lives, definitely helps maintain that hope. And you build off each other, and you bounce it off each other, and all that stuff like that too. So we can't do this in a box. In my opinion, you can't just self-generate hope always, and you can help, but I don't know. Do you know that we are the most isolated that we've ever been, statistically?
You and me.
Yeah, right now in our
We have
garage.
statistics. No, that makes total sense. Like we want to, it can get branded as we're closer than we've ever been because of social media across the world. It's like
No, I
you're
call it antisocial.
you're furthest away from your neighbors. You're furthest away from your immediate family because you're looking outwards through your phones. At the world.
Yeah, and even then, it's just like it's one way. I'm looking. I'm so connected to my family. I know what they're doing. It's just like that's not connection.
Mm-hmm.
That's you're seeing. Their slideshow of their vacation. Their event or whatever the case may be, and it's just like you weren't at the event. You weren't building those relationships. I mean, like our family's just geographically spread out. It's like, but I know what our sisters are doing. But it's like, yeah, but you're so separated and far removed. It's not like it builds you any closer.
Yeah.
Anyway, so on that note, with isolation, I mean, that's hard though. One of the hardest pieces is just like, with that, how do we keep each other hopeful, with that two-way relationship that's only one-dimensional.
Yeah, the people in your life really makes a difference, which is, why they say like choose wisely, like trying to be, choose the 5 people in a room that you want to be more like, and instead of better than them,
Yeah, and if you're alone in your room, there's nobody to choose from.
What are you referencing?
No, it was a great callback to what we were talking about, but it was also being snarky too.
Oh, so. Okay. Well, I missed it, so that's okay. Yeah. You didn't affect my hope.
Wow. I was trying to generate some hope because.
Well, it was funny because yesterday one of my old CrossFit buddies went in to Haley's work, and she's like, "Oh, hey, I saw so and so," and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And I was just thinking back on because I'm trying to figure out how in depth I want to go with this story, but that person,
is it boring?
No, it ended up being like to where that person, they were our strongest person in the gym, and they would feel intimidated if they're around stronger people. They want to be the top dog in their little pond. And it just reminded me of just like how, and I was talking about this with Haley, like how naturally I have always like, at the gym, I was like, oh, I want to hang out with that strong guy that I'm referencing and our top coach because I want to grow more than I am. I want to grow. I want to get stronger. It's not pride. I'm not like, I got to be the toughest person, It's kind of funny to watch when a stronger person comes in, and that's so subjective of like, what does stronger mean? But anyways, and then Haley reminded me too of like, because when we went to North Star 2 weeks ago, we met up with one of my buddies that works at Heavenly, and I used to ride BMX with him, and him and all the other guys were way better than me. Like
Hmm.
double backflip 360s, all this stuff in BMX, and I sucked. And I was like, I want to be friends with them, and so I like made friends with them. Like I figured out how to get in their circle, and now we're really good friends. And she was like, she reminded me of like, you do that, like you try to get to be around the best person in the room. And she's like, I love that. It's just like I've always been like that since I was little. And so just be don't be afraid to step out and get better friends. If your
Hey,
friends are holding you back, yes.
hey, you're welcome.
Yeah, you set the example. Like, it's
Yeah,
like, I
thanks.
mean,
Yeah.
honestly, like I growing up, I was like, Drew is super cool. I want to be like Drew, and
Yeah,
yeah, and
that's super cool.
yeah. But even the mountain bikers that we were, our friend group in Portland, like I always tried to, not that I was better than everyone or other people, but like I always wanted to ride right behind you and Trevin because you guys were super fast. And it was just like, okay, if I try to keep up with you guys, I'm going to, skyrocket where I was, kind of a thing.
Yeah,
So,
right.
so kudos to you on your mountain bike skills, sir.
Yay, they serve me
Can't,
well.
yeah, I can't use them. Can you ruck, by the way, or no?
Oh gosh, dear
No,
Lord, no. That extra weight?
I don't know.
Yeah, no way, man. Like, yeah, nope. I can barely walk.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, yeah, start all over. But that's okay. It's
Yeah, see,
okay.
dude. I mean, dude, look, I just want to keep reiterating, like, this is amazing how you've been reacting to this, because, like,
Oh, I'll cry off episode.
yeah, which is fine. Crying is fine, but that is processing your fear and your anger. But like, uh, I feel like the old you would be like, this is stupid, like years ago you of just like, why even try
Hang
anymore?
it.
Potentially
Yeah,
hanging it,
yeah.
and I too. I'm not just saying you, but like, you definitely, or like you would be like, oh well, this is done for, and I'll be like, hey, finding hope. It's like, okay, now you know what's wrong with your back, so you know what to work on. You know that there's something wrong, so therefore you can work to get out of it. This isn't how
Yeah,
you're
it's
going
not
to
this
be.
nebulous. Yeah,
This
yeah.
isn't just like, hey, I am Drew with a bad back. It's like, no, I am Drew and I have a bad back.
Ooh, we should
Yeah,
do an identity episode.
identity crisis.
No,
I
identity.
think the pre-workout is kicking in.
Oh my gosh. This is where
I had
if
no
if
caffeine.
if you're not watching the video, this is where Leighton takes his shirt
Bouncing off
off and starts bouncing off the
off the
walls.
walls.
So
Yeah. Here you go. This is
we're
Leighton's
just glad he
segment.
has pants on.
uh
Um that we know of.
I could stand
Thank
up.
goodness. Oh my gosh, wow. Um but no, I think that's partially matured words.
Words.
Partially maturity.
Yeah.
Um but also
Wisdomous.
just experience wisdomous.
Yeah.
Also experience of just like, okay, I've been down that road before. I've been down the road of just giving in, giving up. And that's what's led me here. I mean, like, I've hurt my back plenty of times before, and my youthful body would heal it eventually, right? But it didn't mean that it healed correctly just because I didn't really, you know, do the proper PT for it, And so I'm down this road most likely just because of not taking care of things in the past. And I think that we're so much like that to where at my age, and you're getting at the age where you're starting to really feel the consequences of your actions. And do you disagree? Oh, no. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Because you can't. Anyways. And so yeah, so I want to choose the correct way, you know. And maybe we don't know the correct way, but it's like, okay, this is more correct, trying to get more even. This is more correct than I have in the past. Okay, so this sucks. that I'm going through this. It sucks that I deal with these physical things like fibro and chronic pain. And I've got a buddy who, my buddy James, who's a mountain of a man.
Oh, your buddy James. Our
Yeah,
buddy James, yeah.
no, he's mine. He's just a mountain of a man, a pillar of a man. And he's like, Drew, you're the hardest worker in the room. And I'm like I know and he's like, dude, you may not look like it, but what you have to do to get through what you do with pain and still, stay focused, still work towards a goal, still have health goals and all that stuff like that takes more, harder work than somebody just getting ripped in the gym. And then so like there's part of me is just like, whatever, dude. Like I'd rather have the ripness or whatever, but it's just the truth of it,
Yeah.
And so I want to embrace where I'm at, find hopeful things in the season,
Yeah.
things I can control. We talk about that, and then catch up with the physical. I don't know, build a stronger foundation than I had before with my back. What I can do is eat well. What I can do is walk. What I can do is, just like stretch things that I don't do or haven't done in the past. So what can we do in those situations? And in that builds hope,
Yeah.
It builds, it reminds you of the future, reminds you of the hope. Anyways, I'm chatting.
No, that's really good. We need to have James on again because instills a lot of hope. So he's a lot of fun to talk to, and he's so genuine and has like such a you believe the things he's saying, which is great. And I think
yeah, and
sorry,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I was just gonna say I said this before when we did interview him. I was like, dude, he's somebody. If you look at him, you wouldn't want to meet him in a dark alley. Yet once you know his heart and who he is, it's like there's no other place you'd rather be than with him if you're going down a dark alley.
right. Yeah.
I love that about him. Anyways, continue.
I was gonna say too is I think you can find hope in taking stock in what you have instead of what you don't have. Because I want to be in a better situation financially. I want to be, I always, living in. I want to be in the future, like doing better or whatever, and that could just ruin the now. But back, I used to get depressed all the time because I'd be like, okay, I'll be happy if I have this. I'll be happy if I live here. I'll be happy when I have this degree. I'll be happy when I earn this, and then you're not thinking about where you are now, and then once you get that, oh, I moved here, so I'm happy now. You're like, okay, what's next? And that's avoiding like where you're at, and oh man, it just feeds your depression. Some people that's their drive that keeps them going. I feel like there's two ways of there's avoidance and like, okay, once I have this, I'll be happy. And then there's, a drive. This isn't even the point, but like, it's not always a bad thing to drive to do better, in life. I think it's just where the motivation comes from is, am I trying to avoid my current situation, but anyways, I had to, yesterday I was just like, dude, like I have an amazing family. I have a crazy, awesome brother. That's totally what I was going to say first.
Well, I thought I was saying it as amazing family. So go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
That's two for me. For me.
Also have a crazy, amazing partner who is such a bright light and fun. Yeah. Thank God. Fun.
It's weird all. Yeah.
In all areas. A bright light in my life. Kids who are incredible and funny and talented. I have a very high-end mountain bike that I've always dreamt of. I own a home. I have a Subaru now. I remember looking back, I'm like, I have such a crap car and like I can't go mountain biking. I have to take my bike all apart, and now it's like, oh, I can just throw it on top of Subaru. And it's
somebody ding my Subaru.
Am your new one. This is why you don't buy new cars.
the door ding.
This is why you park as far
Yeah.
away from every
No,
other
I
person.
did, and my friend pulled up right next to me, throws open his door and hits my car.
Freaking
It was a
Paul.
friend.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
not
know
that
why
friend.
Paul was the first person that popped in
Yeah,
my head.
I have one
But
friend.
run, friend. Well,
Anyways, go ahead.
yeah, no, thank you. Uh, and yeah, it's just and like sometimes just like, oh, I'm alive. That can
Hmm.
be like your accomplishment, and that is an accomplishment. Being
Yeah,
alive is good. Don't believe the lie that like, oh, if I wasn't here, things would be better. Bullshit. Like, F word that all the way to the ground. Like that, as a person that used to believe that about themselves, of like,
hmm,
um, or felt nothing, towards myself. Uh, it's a very important and big difference.
yeah. Well, and
Yeah,
I like what you're saying though about like taking a step back and looking at where you're at as opposed to where you were.
yeah,
I mean, sometimes that could be bleak. That could be, oh, I was in a better spot. Yet, yeah, looking back, um, there's so many examples of people out there who have transformed their lives, who had to go through the grind, and they're way better because of that, because of
yeah,
whatever issue you're facing or whatever setback or whatever the case may be. They made a choice to not live there, like you. I see
yeah.
this in your story too. You chose to not live there, and it took some grinding. It took a lot of grinding. It took a lot of mental
Lots.
grinding for you. And but from the backside, from now looking at it, it's just like, oh my gosh, like you're this amazing person, and everything that you can bring to the table. I mean, that's why, like, some of what you say, it's like, okay, this is not cliche. This is not, baloney, because I know your story.
Hmm.
So it's actually pretty amazing. And like, um, I was reminded of like, so there's a podcast called the Conquer Cast, um, and they interviewed the CEO of Mountain Ops,
Mm.
Keith Severa.
Richards.
What? So weird. Never mind. Forget this. Forget everything I was just gonna say. Um, and his story. It's a great podcast, by the way, and especially episode. But Keith's story is one of just like he was going down the road of alcoholism
Mm.
and all these things that were leading him down the snake road, and like so he got some help, started working hard at what it was that he was using alcohol for, all the above, and just short, like he's now a CEO of Mountain Ops that gives hope and help, and he's the kindest dude.
Yeah.
I got a chance to meet him this summer.
Nice.
And but he wouldn't have that influence, he wouldn't have that hope that he gives others if he didn't have to go through the grind of this, brokenness that he had to go to. I mean, like some of this brokenness we don't choose,
Hmm.
but we have a choice what to do with it.
Yeah.
And as hard as it is, and I think that somebody like Keith, somebody like you, like surrounding ourselves with good, hopeful people definitely is a huge piece of that,
Yeah. Absolutely.
you know.
Yeah. Drew, give me 1 second, and then I have something to add, but I need to check something real quick. So,
So, anyways, I wanted to take this opportunity now while he's gone to say that it is his birthday in 2 days. So on the 5th is his birthday, and I am glad he is alive to celebrate his birthday. No joking. And I'm glad to be on this journey with him to be able to better ourselves, help each other, push each other, encourage each other. And I really hope that our listeners can have the same experiences where they find good, solid people, whether it be a relative or not, um, to be able to do that and call each other on our garbage, call each other on our, Drew, that's stinking thinking. And I hate it when he does that because he's my brother, but he's also like, yeah, that's right. You're right. He knows me well enough, obviously, to know the truths. And so happy birthday to you, brother. I don't recall how old you're going to be. I think, what, 33? Your child? Oh, you're back. So I'm going to act like I was just sitting here doing nothing. Love you, brother. You're the best. Hey, welcome back.
Have you been just talking this whole time?
No,
Oh, cool.
I've just been just chilling.
No, absolutely. Like, and based off of how we were, we can relate to the pain that others are in, so that can really drive us to help others. Like, to be like, dude,
Yeah.
I know where you're at. I mean, that's why we have this podcast, because like we know where people were, and like we want to help other people climb out of that. And
Yeah.
even if we help one person, like, this is all freaking worth it, because this is a lot of work, but it's
Totally.
fun. Like, I really enjoy
Totally.
it. And I
Yeah.
enjoy hanging out with
There's-
you.
There's so many people that give up because
Yeah.
of chronic pain. If I can help them muscle through and keep going, then go for it. There's so many people that have dealt with suicide ideations and alcoholism and stuff like that. And if you can help them, that's where it's at.
Yeah.
So
I am a professional relationship ender, and actually, no,
That's a whole nother-
it's not all my fault, but I'm just saying, like, I
Whole other
know how it
episode.
is of like seeing the people around you crumble because you're crumbling, like
Yeah.
when you're supposed to be leading. And that, it's not, I'm not putting any blame on the leader not leading, but like, this is, how to get out of it. And we're here to do it together. And,
well, the truth be told, that leaders, you share leadership. Sometimes it's your significant other. Sometimes it's you. And you help each other. So leader,
sure.
helper, well, all the above. Anyways,
yeah, we're all in this together.
You were doing this.
This is, I was I was gonna ask, since we're kind of getting on time, if I would like to share some wins from this week. I don't know if you want to share some wins from this week.
I got out of bed
That's a win. Son.
without pain.
That's a win, daughter. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, my nephew Landon, he'll be like, "What's up, son?" I'm like, "Hey, daughter." It's just a thing between him and I, but not with you. So
Should have stayed there. No, sorry. Go for it. Yeah, share your wins.
No, like, so we last Sunday we went to North Star. We were going
What
back.
is North Star?
It is. I was about to say, it's a mountain bike park in Truckee, Tahoe, California.
Okay, perfect.
With lift assists. It's really fun. And I've been to Whistler a couple times, like, and it's still like a lot of fun, because I used to be like, it's not Whistler, but anyway, before I actually went. Anyways, super fun. A couple hours away from us. We closed out. It was the last day that it was open last Sunday, and we had a freaking blast. Haley killed it. My girlfriend, oh, dude, we went like a month ago, and it was her first time, and she was like super nervous. And then this time she just was like accomplished everything, and like now we're like have motivation through the fall to train, so for when it opens next year. Anyways, that was a ton of fun. That was Sunday. Monday, had a crazy leg day. Tuesday, road biked 24 miles. Wednesday, we had a great upper body workout and endurance. Yesterday, I had a great upper body while we watched the Niners win. Dude, you could literally work out anywhere. Like, we watched the 49ers, we had kettlebells, and we just did a 40-minute EMOM. Every minute you do an exercise. And it was great. It actually reminded me, I had an old friend, we went to a basketball game, and he was like, it's really weird that like people watch professional healthy athletes and eat crappy food and drink alcohol
While they do it.
while they do
Yeah,
it, when we're
right.
watching the epitome of health, and I was
Yeah.
like, that's always kind of stuck with me. But anyway, so it's like, dude, we exercised while watching these athletes perform, and it was
Nice.
a great game. I have to force myself to rest today instead of, I've come from a point where like, okay, I can work out 3 days a week. Now it's like, I have to make myself rest today, because tomorrow I'm going to a CrossFit gym. in Ukiah, because one of my friends from CrossFit, she's back from the Navy. She just got out of boot camp and stuff, and so a bunch of us are going to go and
Nice.
train. And then Sunday we're back mountain biking,
Hmm.
and so it's like, okay, I need at least one day of rest in the midst of this. So
Yeah.
it just feel I'm like so sore. It feels so good. I'm back on creatine, and I could feel my muscles like inflating again with training a bunch. And yeah, no, it's a good week. And
Yeah.
and and
Nice.
and like it took a minute to get here. It took weeks and a couple months, especially with healing of like,
Yeah.
okay, I can work out a couple days a week, and like each week just trying to do better and trying to do better. And now, right as fall's hitting, and we're not traveling as much for the summer, so it's like, okay, I can get our healthy routines. Man,
Hmm.
I've never been a routine or person or creature of habit, but
Routiner.
we're routiner, and now we're here. So anyway, it was a good week, and the week's
No,
still
I
going. So
Yeah, I love that because your old self would, broken collarbone, you would have been like, hang it, like summer's ruined. I mean, like, and I know that you even spoke to that a little bit in the beginning because you were just like, damn it, like this is the beginning of biking season, all that stuff like that. And I broke myself, but you got over that real quick and, and still worked out a ton, did what
yeah.
you could, broke some rules probably just because you're young, and your body could do so, but you went mountain biking way before your doctors would have liked to. But no, I love that because seeing your progression through where you were years ago to where you are now is night and day difference. And I mean, if you took the summer off, rightfully so, with your shoulder the way it was, but if you took the summer off, I mean, your up here would be just your brain.
Garbage.
Yeah, exactly. And so I'm glad that you had me in your life to keep you going. That's the story.
My humble brother,
Yeah, that's right.
never seeking
No,
credit.
no, no. What? Why? Um, but no,
It's
I mean, and
nothing.
and that's exactly. Um, that gives me hope while I have my busted back the way it is. Just you muscling through, even though I could easily be like, oh well, he's what, you're gonna be 33.
Yeah, on Sunday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
He's younger, he's more fit than I am. Just I could say all these things about you, and like, and so it's not me, it's my back. It's a different injury than a collarbone break and all that stuff like that. And so, but I'm choosing to be like, no, like, he he had an idea, he
Mhm.
stuck with his plan. Your plans looked different, but you pivoted and changed it and still had a great summer. Maybe it wasn't what you hoped, but it's better than what it could have been, because life's
Mhm.
going to happen, right?
Yeah.
And so you found hope in the process. You found hope in the, even with breaking yourself. I mean, you've said several times, I'm thankful this happened.
Yeah.
I you know
I did.
I don't see it, but then again, it's not for me to see. That's for you to see and choose. And so maybe I could be thankful that my back's the way it is. I don't see that right now, but I guess I can look and go, hey, I'm thankful that I have health insurance to where it covers for physical therapists and them to look deeper and help me. Even though they yell at me for running, she didn't yell at me, but anyways,
Yeah. No, I
yeah.
know what you mean. Yeah.
So
Thank you, man. Like, I appreciate it. It means a
you're
lot.
you're a good example. Good example of
Wow.
physical, mental, spiritual grind.
I feel like
So
you might combust with all the nice things you're saying about me.
no way, man. No
No way.
way.
No
I
way.
only
Well,
speak truth.
I did earlier when I was talking about like, hey, being alive is a good thing. Also, like, you're not you living in chronic, not you, but people finding hope in themselves is like you're not living in chronic pain, or maybe you can move and other people the way other people wish they could.
Hmm.
There are a lot of people out there who wish they can have all limbs and everything work to go work out. So like, do yourself a favor, do it for because they can't, or all the hurdles that they have to. Like, you might have it a lot easier than other people.
Mhm.
I'm not saying that your pain isn't real, not yours, but people listening. Uh, everything you're going through is probably valid. Everything that you are experiencing, like, I'm not downplaying at all, but sometimes, like, putting in perspective of how much further ahead you are than other people. You have food, you have entertainment, you can go have fun. You're just not
Mhm.
going. You're not finding the hope or the motivation to go and
Yeah.
do things. So like, do yourself a favor. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be healed. You deserve to be better. Not because there's something wrong with you, but like, just want you to feel fulfilled. So just go find something fun to do. Find
Yeah.
what makes
Well,
you happy.
and like, I mean, there are example after example after example of people that have it worse off than myself or other people who have grinded and made, didn't accept their circumstances
Mm-hmm.
and push through and all that stuff like that. And so it's definitely one of those things where you can find that hope through these many, many, many stories out there of people that have come a lot farther than you. And so go seek them out, books, movies, whatever the case may be, to get that motivation, get out of your stinking thinking or that negative loop, you
Yeah.
know. I'm just speaking to myself right now, so
Yeah.
whatever.
And I know I rarely talk about my broken collarbone and don't ever I, in case you don't know, but like I always, when I tell the story about it, I'm like, I should have been messed up way more. My head could have, anything could happen. My neck, a lot of bad could have happened. That's why I'm grateful. It's like, this was kind of a wake up call for certain things. And so like, that's hope of like, I could have been worse, but I'm better.
Yeah.
So I'm blessed. I'm, gonna
Yeah.
learn from it.
Well, and I mean, it just speaks to, you should land on your head more often.
Amen.
Thank you, Smith, for beautiful helmets that protect our skulls.
Yes, thank you very much. It was not an older model, but like not the most recent model they just came out with too, and it it
I was
went
gonna
well.
say, I was gonna say Smith Optics, which is who they are, but that doesn't sound like a helmet making company, but it is Smith Optics.
Yeah, they make
Shout out.
sunglasses, eyeglasses, helmets, good mountain bike gear, snow
Snow gear.
helmets, snow goggles, and we've been with them since birth.
Wow. Sorry, Mom. Um, all right. On that note, on the birth note, we're birthing out of here. No, what? I don't know. Anyways, it's always a pleasure to hang out with you, bro.
Same.
Listeners, I appreciate you and hope that we can hopefully help in some way, give hope. We aren't speaking from a place of totally arriving, but we may be further than some of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about the journey. So,
Yes. And I would
grind
like to
on.
say that for the most part, every time you talk, I get all these movie references and quotes in my head based on how you say things in certain words. And the
Mhm.
earlier we record in the morning, the more I'm likely to come out with. So I
Yeah,
held
and
up, I held back a lot of
these are
movie
probably all movies I've
references
never seen because they're
because you're
chick
old,
flicks. Anyways,
or horror movies.
yeah, and that's definitely not my
Actually, yeah.
jam.
Anyway, yeah. So, all right, you guys are awesome. Drew, you're awesome. I'm awesome.
You're awesome.
Let's continue to be awesome, and let's all be awesome together.
Everything is awesome. Oh wait, sorry.
Movie reference.
There,
There
right
you
back
go.
at you, man. Actually, all my movie reference is probably gonna be kids' movies just because of my kid.
I mean,
but
same.
anyways,
So,
it's all
all
good.
right. Well,
Love you, man.
love you too. Peace.